time for another stock review. This time we're talking Ault Alliance, AULT. This one is all about money. It's all about, well, everything. Why? Because it's a company, a diversified holding company that pursues the growth of acquiring undervalued businesses. It likes a lot of AI as well, just so you know. So let's bring in our little robot. So we're not just making money, we're buying undervalued businesses. And if you ever remember the film Pretty Woman, do you remember Pretty Woman? Do you remember, what was his name? Who was the star of Richard Gere? Remember him? Well, he was basically Ault Alliance, a business that likes to buy small, undervalued businesses, break them all apart and make businesses from them. That's essentially what this company is. It's a diverse holding company that pursues growth by acquiring undervalued businesses and disruptive technologies with a global impact. So AI, all this stuff, EV technology, anything really that they can feel that's undervalued, come in and provide capital. That's essentially what this is. So let's, we've never done a stock like this before. You might not like this. You might prefer just to buy the companies themselves rather than a company that buys smaller companies. It's kind of like cutting the middleman out. Anyway, let's discover whether this can make money for you or not as an investor. So, without further ado, if you like this video, tap the like button and click subscribe. It will be real and honest. No one pays me to do this. We can also have the CEO of the company on, and I'll give you a chance in a minute to how you can do that. And also, as I'm making this, it's being made live. Someone is requesting, Sebastian is saying, "Hey, how do I become a member?" Here is the link in the chat. That's how you can become a member right there. If you are on a mobile, an iPhone, you need to select a browser and select desktop version. Otherwise, it will work on all devices. All right, without further ado then, let's get into this. Can you make money from this company? We'll have a quick look first of all. I don't normally do it this way around, but we'll have a look at it at the website first of all. I do this normally the other way around, but this is how it looks. As you can see, shaping the future through investing in innovation. Basically, they're looking at new ideas where they can come in, Bitcoin mining, data centers. You just see my little robot marching down through there. Gives you an idea of what the company are about, all right? So all kind of disruptive, innovative technologies. That's what they're about. So anyway, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now it is, as far as I'm concerned, a scalp stock trade. It is a stock, and if you ever wanted any doubt about that, look at this. And when I show you how much short interest it is, it's going to make your eyes water. Yes, indeed. So are you ready? John Burnett.
John Burnett has become a member.
So let's look further into the stock now. As you can see, the stock is very much a scalp trading stock. It is, no question about it. Look at that chart. It opened up here back in 2000, so it's had plenty of time. So it's had 4 years. It popped up during COVID. So that looks like a perfect, literally a perfect play for COVID, a macro condition situation there. Whoever started this company started it with the very purpose of cashing in on people's desire to invest, buying everything, and the stock went up like crazy and straight back down. And now it is simply a gambler's stock. I would never touch a stock like this at all. I will tell you right off the bat, I wouldn't ever touch a stock like this. Let's have a look at it. Ault Alliance owns and manages a data center and provides mission-critical products for the defense and aerospace, industrial, automotive, telecommunications, medical, and biopharma, and textile industries. Well, obviously, it's involved in everything. It's basically acquiring businesses. It operates with the following segments: GWW, TurnOnGreen, Ault Alliance, cryptocurrency, real estate, it's basically everything. All right. It's basically holding and investing in everything. It sounds to me like I'm buying shares in a stockbroker trader, like a scalp trader. I'm buying shares in MSK, an investor, a trader. That's what I'm doing here, rather than a company itself. GWW segment offers defense solutions. The TurnOnGreen segment includes commercial electronic solutions. The Ault Alliance segment is involved in commercial lending, activist investing, media, and digital learning. The cryptocurrency segment includes crypto mining operations. The real estate segment consists of hotel oh my gosh, way too many things to be focused. It's basically investing in any company that's on its arse. Look, it's obvious. It's a company that's acquiring broken companies, popping it, dumping it, popping it, dumping it. It's basically you are investing in scalp traders. That's essentially what this is. This is absolutely ridiculous. There's no way we've got a stock worth $65,000 and now it's worth 36 cents. Don't play this. This is literally a one-armed bandit machine in your house. Ridiculous. And I talk about getting the CEOs on the show. I don't want this. I don't want this CEO on the show. That sounds a bit horrible, doesn't it? William B. Horn, he's probably a nice chap, but I don't believe in this style of company at all. This is you are investing in a scalp trading business. Ridiculous. Las Vegas, Nevada. Well, there it is. It's kind of obvious. We're based in Las Vegas. Well, yeah, you absolutely are. Founded in 1969. So the company's been around for a while. Founded in 1969, but went public just a couple of years ago to raise money for itself, and then boom, crash, boom, crash. It's absolutely bonkers. It's been around for years, and yet it's behaving like it started 5 minutes ago. This is what this appears to be. A gamble stock out of Las Vegas. Margin maintenance is 100%. It's as risky as it is. Average volume, no volume at all. 3 million, 1 million today. No dividend yield. Price to earnings, we've got no level. I mean, look at it. After all those years, 1969, and it's got no price to earnings ratio. Market cap of 10 million. 10 million. It's been around since 1969. And it's a publicly traded company with no value whatsoever. This is literally a one-armed bandit machine in your house. Don't touch this. This is ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it. The earnings is going up though. However, it appears that it's doing well. So, okay, we're getting some growth in the earnings. Who else is? Oh dear. Who else is buying the stock? Mullen Investors, the scam stock of the century. Dave Mitchery taking many businesses bust on purpose, about 6 on purpose. Don't get involved with any company that has anything to do investors like Mullen. This is a scalp trading stock. I don't know about this one. I'm not sure about this one. Not sure. SNDL is okay. It's a cannabis company, and I don't know about Exceller, but anything with Mullen attached to it, you don't want anything to do with it. I'm amazed that Mullen is still going. Beyond words. Anyway, let's move on and look at the website. This is the website. I think we look at this a moment ago. It's basically putting some flashy images on things that look good: AI, Bitcoin, oil, data centers. It's attractive. Look, biopharmaceuticals, Top Gun. we've got, of course, our big semi trucks as well. Looks great. It draws you in. It makes you think.
Sebastian van Winsberg has become a member.
Thank you, Sebastian. I will come back to you in a moment when I finish this review. It looks good. Look at this. We've just got some information here. I want to read this to you. Sun Alliance announces its Montana Bitcoin mining site will be operational and mining by the end of March 2024. Now then, Bitcoin mining. There's an interesting thing here. I've looked at a lot of mining businesses. They don't always do too well. Remember the hash rate. It's getting harder and harder and harder to produce Bitcoin. I would be only interested in investing in a Bitcoin mining farm that I'd just rather buy the Bitcoin, but Bitcoin mining farm that has quantum technology. Now, what I mean by this is very few, if any, people at the moment have access to quantum technology. Quantum computers, when they become available, can do what the most powerful computers can do in years. They can do in seconds. Whoever owns the mining, Bitcoin mining or any crypto mining farm of the future with quantum technology will be overnight the leader. They will solve every equation for every Bitcoin and will be done. All the 22 million, was it 21 million? 22 million will all be done in minutes. Because at the moment it's scheduled to be about another 100 years to get all the Bitcoin mined. However, whoever brings out the quantum computers of the future to do the mining will do all the mining in seconds. It'll all be done. So I'm not really an investor in in Bitcoin mining. This company sounds like it's into everything, quite frankly. So I'm not sure this is anything. In fact, I don't even want to report on this news because a company that seems to be the way this trades into everything. I don't even want to draw attention to this stock. In fact, I hope I don't even rank for this. I don't want any of my reviews to be something I can't stand behind, or whatever. I mean, I'm prepared to review anything, but when something just doesn't feel right, I like to express it. So I'm not even going to cover the news on this, but I am going to go over to the numbers. So let's look at the numbers right now. Without further ado, let's go and look at the numbers. So can you make money on this stock? I guess that's what you're interested in. Let me go over to it now and let's have a little look. All right. Let's have a look. The intrinsic value. Now, I've been doing this a long time now. Starting to see some patterns here. Intrinsic valuations are very, very useful, but people are manipulating them with their reporting. And our technology can only work from the figures that were presented. So if you give us the figures and it produces an undervaluation and makes it look great, that's not because our system is manipulative. It's because the figures that we're getting perhaps are manipulative. It's saying it's undervalued by 100%. Now, we've recently had the same thing with Fisker. Fisker was undervalued by 100%. And when we say 100%, it can only go up to 100%. It can't say 1,000%. So really, we're at 10,000%. Right? It can't say it, but it's important to know when we give these ridiculous undervaluations, which makes it seem cheap, you have to remember the intrinsic valuation here is unreliable because it's based only on multiples and doesn't use DCF valuation. Important. So a company can report figures and give us numbers that makes it look undervalued, but in fact it's not. So just bear that in mind. And if it was worth $114, just like we saw, I think it was Fisker was at $300, and we're now at what, 10 cents or whatever we're running at and potentially going bankrupt. You have to remember, intrinsic values are really useful when we have all the numbers, but people use it to manipulate the stock. Yeah, exactly. Kevin B is reporting that now. Exactly. Look, it's a good learning lesson, Fisker intrinsic value. Yes, it is. And that's exactly the point. And that's why we do these reviews, because we break down all the facts bring it to you, and people will look at this and think it's undervalued, it's cheap, I'm buying it. They'll end up buying it, end up losing all their money. We don't like losing money on this show, all right? And Kevin B has just said they actually own a good chunk of Mullen. A CEO that has purposely taken at least 5 companies bankrupt on purpose. And they own a piece of it. Need we carry on? We will carry on because that's my job, right? Financials. It's down 1% on the most recent range. There we go. We had this massive rally after 2020. Everybody thought this was great. This company's going to buy everything that was undervalued, and now the earnings is down. We don't have any recent earnings, and we're expecting. When are we expecting the earnings? I'll cover this, of course, if anybody wants it. May 20th. And it's looking like the earnings is moving up dramatically, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. But anyway, operating income is down 22%. Net income is down 6%. I mean, there's the net income falling off a cliff. All right. Financing cash flow, that's not really important here. Investing cash flow is a positive figure because they're investing now negative 21%, so they're investing less. Operating cash flow is negative 53%. All right, let's look at the balance sheet. 378 million in assets. 288 million is in liabilities. Long-term debt is 30 million. So again, this is one of those companies where it kind of looks okay because you go, well, it's only got 30 million of debt. 30 million equates to, what does that equate to? 10%. You think, well, that's all right. You know, we can buy that. 10% is doable. We can live with 10% long-term debt. But what about the assets? Do they have any cash? I bet they do. 11 million, yes. 11 million in cash, which equates to cash is 3% of their balance sheet. They've got cash. So the balance sheet is a mixed bag. They are on the right side of it. It's not an upside down balance sheet. We've not got more liabilities than assets. However, we've got some long-term debt and not much cash. It's not really. It's not a balance sheet that jumps out and says anything exciting. But it's not awful either. It looks a bit manipulated, if I'm honest. Anyway, let's carry on. Operating margins. Well, apart from the gross margin, everything else is negative. Doesn't make any money at all. What's the profitability score? There it is, nothing. 27%. Now, remember, this company's been around since 1969. It went public to raise money, and it's still profitability score of 27%. So rubbish, you know. Been around since 1969, profitability score of 27. Solvency score, it makes it look like it's, you know, it makes it look like it's not going anywhere, but it may not be going anywhere. It's like a one-armed bandit. You know, it's just going to sit there and you're going to keep ringing the till. You're going to put money in, you're going to gamble, you're going to get a bit out. It's going to keep doing that over and over again. I don't know. This is not an investment. This is just a scalp trade, a gamble. It's not for me. The fact it's based out of Las Vegas, it tells you everything you want to know. Insiders. Look at this. This is manipulation. What have we got here? Over the last 12 months, insiders have bought 4 million and sold 600 US dollars. They've sold $600 worth of shares, but they bought 4 million. Okay. The last transaction was March the 19th, 2024. The chairman who bought 0. The last transaction was in March the 19th, and the executive chairman bought 0. Okay. The accountancy and the numbers here doesn't really make sense. This looks to me like trying to make you want to buy this stock, trying to make you feel that, and this sounds good. The insiders are buying. Insiders bought $4 million and sold $600. Do you know what I mean? It's I don't know. Does that sound right to you? We sold 600 on November the 1st, 2023. We sold 600. When did we buy? When was the buying done? The buying was done a year ago. Okay, a year ago. What does that tell us? 1.2 million. Is it a publicity stunt? I don't know. This doesn't look right to me. Now then, here's the biggest news of all. You want the biggest news? Look at this. 50% short interest. That's the highest I've seen. Apart from GameStop, 100%, the biggest short in history. 50.69 is all short interest. I mean, everyone's banking on the stock going down, but yet the insiders are buying the stock. Come on. Something about this is something isn't right here. We've got insiders buying, selling $600 worth of stock. What's all that about? And yet we've got 50% short interest. Are we trying to drive this stock down with our own inside trading to try to then manipulate the stock, promote it, make it look good? I'm looking at the overall pattern of this. So let's wrap this up. No one's talking about it. No one's reporting on it. There's no sentiment. There's no actual news. This is our algorithm, our algorithmic software, our AI technology will pick up if anyone is talking about this stock. If the news is covering it, if we've got any news, positive or negative, nothing. No one's talking about it. No one's reporting on it. No sentiment, yet there's 50% short interest. And then when we look at the website, it looks like all rock and roll. We've got a Nikola style truck, a lot of manipulation there. We've got AI, gold, we've got AI, look, Bitcoin. We've got data centers. Remember, this is stock footage. This isn't their real business. Stock footage. This reminds me of Top Gun. Now, Top Gun was the film of the year last year. Everyone was talking about it. This, to me, looks like a website designed to attract scalp traders to get in on the gamble, based out of Las Vegas. 50% short interest, which is absolutely off the charts, and yet 50% of short interest, and yet insiders are buying the stock. Everything about this smells not very good. This doesn't look good to me. The stock now is currently, I'm going to wrap this up, that the stock is now currently at 36 cents when it used to be, was it a few $1,000s? What was it? 49,000. Now, let's be absolutely clear. The stock was never $49,000. You're going to go, well, yes, it was. You just showed it. No. What they've done is they've had multiple reverse splits. Let me go back to there. Look, 49,000. They have had many reverse splits. So what that means is the price then gets recalibrated. So we're now at 36 cents. So in the new money, we're at $49,000. We were never at $49,000. The only people that do that very well are the Chinese. This is an American-based company, all right? So we can't be doing figures like that. But what we have got is, look at that. We've got up and down like a yo-yo. This is what it appears to be. A stock designed to attract people to buy in, to get everybody to buy in, make it look sexy and rock and roll using the website. Massive amounts, record-breaking short interest, approaching the GameStop saga, hoping that we can make money that way. Insiders looking like they're buying the stock where it's not really. Selling $600 worth of stock doesn't even balance out. The balance sheet doesn't look that impressive. I wouldn't touch it with a barge pole. This is not investing. This is ridiculous. There's not, I mean, I've never done a stock where I've said I don't want the CEO on the show. I don't want to give any credence to this whatsoever. So click above my head for all the links. Down below in the description. Over here, I'll put more reviews and more information about the stocks that we've reviewed. But this is absolutely 100% not a stock to buy. Absolutely. If you want to ring the machine and ding, 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 and try and gamble on it, then be my guest. But I wouldn't touch this with a barge pole. Remember, 95% of day traders lose money, and long-term investing always pays off. And there's nothing wrong with taking some scalp trades off a basically well-run company. But this looks like what it's supposed to be. This is, it's got share. It owns Mullen, for God's sake. There we go. Need I say more? Until next time, as always, that was quite a dramatic review, wasn't it? Take care of yourselves and each other.